So, I just want to point out a little discrepancy with the whole Nintendo Switch 2 and the tariff thing that's going on right now. So are you telling me that Nintendo didn't plan for this tariff thing? Um, so warning here, just a big warning. I'm going to be talking about politics and a certain orange individual. If you get offended that I'm not like reaming or being angry at the orange man, then this is not your video. Um, I'm just pointing out common sense here. I'm not agreeing with anybody. I'm just pointing out something that seems awfully suspicious and kind of stupid on Nintendo's part. So now I got that out of the way. Anybody that is sensitive about Orange Man, that's your only warning. You're free to leave or you're free to listen to. Um, you're obviously allowed to comment. I don't care. But anyway, so the whole tariff situation with Nintendo that just released today, earlier today. As I'm recording this, it is April 4th, I believe. Yeah, it's Friday, April 4th right now. Um, So I woke up this morning. I saw videos about the current tariffs that Orange Man put on every country, right? Um, and then I was like watching things about it, and I was watching everybody talk about it. It's like, or some people talk about it, and it's like everybody's making out these tariffs to seem like they're here to stay or like they're these really big things. Now, obviously, yes, tariffs are big things that are going to impact us short term, right now in short term, or these tariffs. And what I mean by short term is that these tariffs are reciprocal tariffs, right? Something that everybody honestly fails to mention in their videos. Now, obviously, it's probably for like to get engagement, to fearmonger. That's everybody that's big in Nintendo right now. Obviously, they need clicks, they need views, and whatever. But they don't say reciprocal tariffs. They don't go into that part of it, and that was pissing me off so much today. Like, now, now I'm not gonna say my stances on Orange Man. I'm not gonna say where my political affiliations are. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible in this video. But there's something called reciprocal tariffs. That's what Orange Man put in place. These tariffs are not here to stay. They're not here to to jack up prices for everybody and their mother. They're here to to equal the playing field because that's what Orange Man is doing. Let's please be clear and transparent and real here. He the plan, and I've been following this stuff ever since like the election. Again, I'm not going to get into my political affiliation, but I've been following the Orange Man story, uh, the 2.0 Orange Man um, story, and it's like these tariffs aren't here to stay. These tariffs, yes, they will hurt short term, but it's like they're here to get everybody else to lower their tariffs on the United States. Um, like let's please for the love of God have some common sense here. All right, everybody's making out these tariffs. No, I'm not gonna get into the tariffs. I'm not obviously not gonna be like defending anything. I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying what's something. Everything's not clear cut. All right. I want to get into a little discrepancy with Nintendo now. So you're telling me Nintendo did not plan did not plan for Orange Man's tariffs. Here's what's getting me right now. A couple weeks ago, Orange Man announced that he was going to talk about tariffs April 2nd. Nintendo knew this. All right, they're and you telling me, oh no, they don't follow politics. I'm just gonna say, a company as big as them, they're gonna have to look at who's the United States president. They're gonna have to follow the politics of what their president is going to do and stuff. And they're just supposed to they're supposed to be in the know because they're supposed to put out consoles and stuff. So you're telling me that everybody is blaming the Orange Man for Switch 2 prices to be jacked up when it's actually Nintendo's fault for not holding out April 2nd to hear what Orange Man is going to do with these tariffs when he announced it a week or two prior that he said, I think it was like during a White House press conference or something. I don't know. Even like Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, even said April said everybody. I think it was been a whole thing the entire month, last month of March. The whole thing was like, oh, we're going to talk about tariffs on April 2nd, April 2nd, April 2nd. It's been ingrained into everybody's mind, April 2nd, April 2nd. But no, you're telling me Nintendo didn't plan for this? Dude, you're telling me that Nintendo, company that's supposed to, oh my god, it's so stupid. And then I just find it so convenient. I find it so convenient on Nintendo's part that just 2 days after the backlash, there's major backlash. We've all seen the Nintendo Treehouse. We've seen everything, guys. Lower the prices. Everybody was huge backlash right now is lower the prices, right? Lower the prices. And I just find it so convenient 2 days after Nintendo announced this, knowing full well that they should have waited out, said, hey guys, we're going to actually move the Nintendo Direct April 5th or something to see what Orange Man's going to do with these tariffs. Alright? Nintendo did this to themselves. I'm sorry. How do you not plan for these things? And how do you not adjust yourself before the Orange Man decided to put on tariffs? And you're also telling me there's manufacturing in China also when they knew that Orange Man was going to put high prices on China. It's like, dude, I'm sorry. I know everybody has their opinions. All right, and I'm not telling everybody my political affiliation. Obviously, again, I'm gonna have to keep saying that because somebody's gonna be like, "Ree," typing down in the comments saying you're for Orange Man, Ree. No, dude, I'm just saying it does not make sense. And Nintendo didn't plan out for this, and it's absolutely way too convenient that Nintendo is like, all right, sorry guys, pre-order sales are just gonna go offline because Orange Man bad. Can we please just have common sense here? Nintendo, you did this yourself. And you're in damage control, and you're blaming Orange Man because that's the popular thing that'll get everybody inside of America to point fingers at so that you're off the freaking hook. And all I have to say about that is don't fall for it. Just don't fall for it. Nintendo is at fault for this. Nintendo should have known. Nintendo knew. Alright? Nintendo knew. Every major content creator for Nintendo, you need to do better. Like, I understand I mean, I even understand the situation. Like, we all want Switch 2. I want Switch 2. Don't get me wrong, I want the Switch 2. But I saw a lot of BS that Nintendo was pulling. And I had to put some critical thought. And like I said with these tariffs, dude, they're reciprocal. They're only as high Orange Man will only keep them as high as he wants, while these other countries will keep theirs high to be retaliatory. And I also want to put on another point out there. I think it was like during February or a little bit in January or something, when Orange Man first got into office, right? It was just something with like fentanyl, and like he was having Mexico or Canada like pushing them to stop this fentanyl stuff, right? And then couple weeks and like they're saying we're not gonna do anything for you, Orange Man. You're bad. And then like couple days or a week later they folded and they're cooperating with the United States. All right, let's be real about these tariffs. Everybody's gonna fold. All right. I may be wrong. You can call me back here in 2 months when there's plenty of time for these tariffs to go down from other countries. And where the Switch 2 is probably going to stay 450, but let's be real here. Alright. Canada and Mexico folded to Orange Man like a couple days after he said, hey, I'm going to push you guys to stop this fentanyl stuff, alright? Everybody else is going to fold because you can't outbully Orange Man. I'm sorry. Alright? You cannot outbully Orange Man. You're just never gonna win against Orange Man. I'm sorry, but if you love him or hate him, you have to admit to that fact that you cannot beat Orange Man. All right, this is basically like the art of the deal happening with the tariffs. All right, and if people don't believe that they shouldn't cooperate, they're gonna cooperate. Let's be real here. All right, we have 2 months. 2 months is enough time for them to be like, all right, fine, we'll give in to you, Orange Man. Here's my here. There you go. All right. So, yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts about this because everybody is like, sorry. They're just so like, everybody was so frustrating. Nobody wanted to put the facts out there straight, and I wanted to. Sorry to get political. I didn't want to get political on my channel, but here we are. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. My name is Lovable Idiot. Comment down below what you think, if you find this a little bit too convenient as well, or whatever. And yes, I do admit short-term tariffs will be hard on us for a short while, but what it seems like his plan is for everybody just to lower theirs so that there's fair trade and honesty amongst every country. I mean, I could be wrong about that too, but anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Lovable Idiot, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.